you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I said earlier, bail is a discretion of the court, taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here. This is the law of Nigeria.
Nnamdi Kanu saying he wants to go ahead with his defense process. Yes, he has the rights. But also, it's only incumbent on let's even make a verification if he was the one that listed these people out. And let's make a verification on that process that was said that came from him. And let him go through his defense. A man has a right to be able to defend himself.
Right.
I am not saying that we should not, have a definitive stance on the rule of law in this country. But all I point out every day is the hypocrisy.
The selective application.
I mean, there are people now that we see them carrying guns and everything, bandits, having peace meetings and all that. Nobody have arrested them now. Okay. Their matter is not in court, it's not sub judice now.
All right.
So that one is out there. Then secondly, we have also seen people that were pardoned, bandits, criminals that were pardoned. All we're also saying is the political solution that you feel was good for the bandits that people speak for, give it to this man and charge him that if any other thing is done again, then actions will be meted out. That's all what a lot of people are calling for in this regard.
Yes.
That's just it. So if you call him all sorts of, you call him a terrorist and everything, but you've done it for some bandits in the past now. Why is it so different?
All right.
That's all I'm asking.
All right.
I'm not saying I support the way he went about it. I'm not saying I support all his abuses.
All right.
You did the same process people are saying do for this man, for other people that we saw. You even rehabilitated them. Like Dr. Bati said, you give them ashwebi and jollof rice and pepper soup. These are people that carry gun. No? I'm not sure Nnamdi Kanu ever. Did you ever say any gun is not going to shoot people? But these are even people that carry gun. No, that kill
criminals.
That criminals that committed heinous crimes. Oh.
All right.
You gave them a waiver and you said they should be good members of society again. All we are just saying is for the sake of balancing and for the sake of let's have fairness.
All right.
Let that same thing be done to Nnamdi Kanu, and let's also charge him that all the insecurity there that people are attributing to you, let it stop.
All right.
So that at least when Nnamdi Kanu is out of the picture, anybody that does this thing again, we say, okay, we know this is criminality. That's all I'm arguing.
The names that he mentioned, though, as compellable witnesses, I mean...
My people, things are getting very interesting again in the story of Nnamdi Kanu. Just when many thought the case would slow down, Kanu has made another bold move that has everybody talking, inside and outside Nigeria. He has decided to defend himself in court, sending his lawyers away and choosing to speak for himself directly to the judge. Now, this is not a small move. It takes courage, confidence, and maybe a strategy that only he understands. But that's not even the main gist. The real buzz is about what Kanu said afterwards. He hinted that if things continue the way they are going, some top politicians in Nigeria, both past and present, might soon be exposed. He said there are secrets that many people have been hiding for years, and the truth will shock the country when it finally comes out. Before we go deeper, if you're watching right now and you like hearing real-time updates and balanced gist like this, please take 1 second to like this video and subscribe. It helps more people see the truth and join the conversation. Now, back to the story. According to what has been circulating after Kanu's latest court session, he told the court he no longer trusts anyone to represent him, not lawyers, not intermediaries, that he will speak for himself because he knows what he wants to reveal. That statement alone caused reactions everywhere. Some say it's a brave act, others say it's a dangerous move. And when reporters tried to ask questions about what kind of secrets he plans to expose, Kanu didn't call any names. But he said some powerful figures in politics, people who think they are untouchable, might soon be uncomfortable. You can imagine the tension that created. People started guessing who he could be referring to. Now, whether you believe him or not, the truth is this: the man is clearly sending a message that his silence is over. For years, Kanu has been the center of one of Nigeria's most complicated legal and political dramas. But now, by choosing to defend himself, he's making it clear that he wants to control his own story and possibly reveal things that others have tried to keep hidden. Let's think about that for a moment. Defending yourself in a high-level case like this means you can talk freely in court, you can make statements that might not have been possible through lawyers, and you can bring up names or events directly under legal protection. So, what could he be planning to say? That's what everyone is wondering now. If you're following this case, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Kanu really has something powerful to reveal, or is it just courtroom strategy to shake things up? Let me know below, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss my next update on this. Now, because of this new turn, protests have been happening again in some cities. Supporters are coming out to show that they still stand with him, while security forces are doing their best to control the crowds. It's been tense, and people are calling for calm. And speaking of calm, there are also reports that the Oba of Lagos recently gave a quiet warning to the nation, saying that Nigeria must not allow emotions to destroy unity. He didn't mention any names, but the timing of that message, just days after Kanu's self-defense move, made many believe it's connected. It's as if elders in the land are saying, let's be careful, because what's coming might shake things. You know how traditional rulers speak, with wisdom and subtle caution. They don't say too much, but the meaning is clear if you listen well. Some Nigerians are saying that if Kanu really starts talking in court and begins naming people, it might expose a lot about what has been going on behind the scenes in government for many years, deals, promises, and betrayals that ordinary citizens never hear about. Others say we should wait and see because in Nigerian politics, sometimes big talk turns into small action. What do you think? Do you believe that Kanu's threat to expose hidden secrets will actually happen, or will it be silenced like other stories we've had before? Drop your opinion in the comments. I love reading your thoughts, and it helps me understand what people really feel about all this. Now, one interesting thing people are noticing is that this case is no longer just a legal matter, it's turning into a political and national conversation. Everyone has an opinion. Some people say Kanu is fighting for justice, others say he's stirring tension. But whichever side you're on, you can't deny that his courage to speak for himself has reignited national attention. And if he actually reveals the things he claims to know, it could expose how deep politics, power, and personal interest are connected in our system. You know Nigeria, sometimes, when truth starts coming out, it shakes even those who look calm on the outside. Please, if you're still watching, hit the like button right now, because this part of the story is where it gets even more interesting. There are whispers that some people in government are not comfortable with Kanu talking directly in court. They prefer him to have lawyers so they can manage the process. But since he's now speaking for himself, nobody knows what direction he might take next. Even journalists covering the case said that the atmosphere in the courtroom felt different, quiet but intense, because everyone was watching to see what he would say. You can imagine the cameras, the crowd, the tension. It's like watching a movie in real life. And Nigerians love gist, we love to know what's really going on behind all the political talk. But sometimes, truth comes in small pieces, not all at once. That's why we need to stay patient and keep our eyes on what happens in the next few court sessions. If Kanu begins to mention things that connect to powerful people or secret deals, it could create a storm, but it could also open a new chapter of truth for the country. The question now is, will he be allowed to say everything he wants to say? Or will the system find a way to keep certain details out of public hearing? That's what people are watching for right now. Either way, this story is not ending soon. It's like a pot of soup that is still cooking. We can already smell the aroma, but the real taste is coming later. Before I close, let me remind you, whatever happens, Nigeria needs peace. We can disagree, we can debate, but we must not destroy our unity. And maybe that's what the Oba of Lagos was hinting at when he gave that warning, a message that the country should stay calm and avoid anything that can bring division or conflict. So, as we continue to follow this developing story, let's do so with open minds. Let's ask questions, demand truth, but also keep peace in our hearts. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Kanu's decision to represent himself is the smartest move he's made so far? Or do you think it could backfire and make things harder for him? Tell me your thoughts in the comments right now. And please, before you go, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next update, because the next one will go deeper into what Kanu might reveal and how the court is reacting to his new strategy. Thank you for watching, stay alert, stay peaceful, and I bring you more updates as the story unfolds. After the court session where Kanu made that surprise move to represent himself, a lot of people close to the matter started whispering about what he might reveal next. According to what's being said around political circles, there are documents, conversations, and past decisions that could change how Nigerians see some powerful people if they ever become public. Kanu didn't say these words directly, but he hinted that there are things that happened years ago, during elections, during negotiations, during security operations, that Nigerians deserve to know about. He said, when the truth comes out, everyone will understand why I was treated this way. That line alone was enough to make many people sit up and pay attention. Now, let's pause a bit. If you're watching right now, please do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy hearing these kinds of well-explained updates. It helps the video reach more people and keeps our community growing. Alright, so let's continue. From what analysts are saying, this new direction could have two big effects. First, it could pressure some influential figures who have tried to stay silent, especially those who might be mentioned if Kanu begins to talk freely. Second, it could change the tone of the trial completely, turning it from a legal matter into a national debate about leadership, loyalty, and truth. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Some close observers believe that Kanu's strategy is not just about defending himself, it's also about putting the system itself on trial. By speaking without a lawyer, he can tell the court his version of events, his reasons, and the names of those he says were involved in key decisions. He's not just saying, I'm innocent. He's saying, let me tell you what really happened behind closed doors. And when you hear a statement like that from someone who has been in the middle of national controversies, it means there's a storm coming, one that might blow through both the political and security circles. But of course, we have to stay careful with expectations. In Nigeria, sometimes a person promises big revelations, but the system finds a way to silence or delay it. So, everyone is watching to see if the court will allow him to speak fully, or if some parts of his statement will be held in private. And while all this is happening, many elders and traditional leaders are beginning to speak in parables. One of those voices is the Oba of Lagos, who, according to reports, gave a subtle warning that the nation must tread carefully and avoid actions that could bring chaos. He didn't mention names, but those who understand traditional speech know what such a message means. It's a reminder that truth should be handled with wisdom. Because sometimes, even when you expose what's wrong, the country needs peace to rebuild after it. Now, let's be real, if Kanu goes ahead to reveal what he knows, it could bring serious changes. Some powerful individuals might be questioned publicly, others might try to defend themselves, and some might even deny everything. But either way, Nigerians will begin to see how deep the roots of our challenges go. That's why many citizens are divided right now. Some say, let him talk, let the truth come out, no matter who it affects. Others say, the country needs stability, too much truth at once can cause confusion. What do you think? Should Kanu say everything he knows, or should some things remain secret for peace's sake? Drop your honest opinion in the comments. I really want to see how people are thinking about this. And one more thing, if you haven't yet, please like this video and subscribe, because as this story develops, I'll be here to break it down for you in simple language, without bias, without noise, just facts and balanced gist. Now, to wrap up everything. Kanu's decision to defend himself is not just a courtroom event, it's a message. A message that he feels ready to speak, ready to reveal, and ready to face whatever comes with that. Whether or not the secrets he hinted at ever see daylight, one thing is clear, Nigeria is entering another season of truth and reflection. The government will try to manage the situation, his supporters will continue to push for his release. And ordinary Nigerians, like you and me, will keep asking the same question, what exactly is hidden behind the curtains of power in this country? Maybe, just maybe, this case will open the door for more honesty in public service. Or maybe it will show how strong the system is at protecting itself. Time will tell. But as we wait for the next hearing, the next statement, and the next twist in this story, let's remember something important: peace is not weakness. We can search for truth and still stay calm. We can question our leaders and still respect the nation. So, stay tuned, stay peaceful, and keep your eyes open, because if Kanu truly begins to talk, Nigeria might never be the same again. If you enjoyed this update, please tap the like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you get the next episode as soon as it drops. Thank you for watching, thank you for sharing, and may Nigeria find the truth and peace it deserves.